This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
He lost his starting job the last two games of the regular season, and now he decides he is leaving to find other work for his final season. Junior quarterback Patrick Towles says he is transferring from the Kentucky football program. Towles grew up in Kentucky, playing his high school career at Fort Thomas Highlands. He entered his second consecutive season as the starter at Kentucky, but he completed just 56% of his passes for a little more than 2,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions this year. And then, of course, he was benched for the final 2 games of the season. He took to Instagram today. Check it out. This is what Patty Ice posted to his Insta. I would like to thank the University of Kentucky for giving me the opportunity to achieve my childhood dream of playing quarterback for the Wildcats. The last 4 years have been ones that I will truly cherish for the rest of my life. Although I wish my time here in Lexington could have ended another way, I'm eternally grateful. I've decided to transfer to play my 5th year at another university. Thank you to Coach Stoops, Coach Dawson, Mitch Barnhart, my teammates, the Big Blue Nation, and the entire Kentucky Athletics Department for allowing me to achieve my lifelong dream. I will truly bleed blue until the day I die. Kentucky football coach Mark Stoops also saying this today. I thank Patrick for everything he's done for our team. I understand his decision and support him. He truly gave everything he had, and I wish him nothing but the best. This is what Towles did in his 3 years in Lexington, a yard shy of throwing for 5,100 yards. Of course, 24 touchdowns, 24 interceptions in his career. Kentucky is now left with Drew Barker, who started the last 2 games for the Wildcats, and Reese Phillips at quarterback, whose only playing time was the holder on field goal attempts and extra point tries. 3-star quarterback recruit Gunnar Hoke will also join the team this spring semester. So the football Cats finish out the regular season with a 5-7 record for the 2nd straight year and a 5th straight loss to Louisville in the Governor's Cup. Kentucky puts 24 first-half points up, and then the Cardinals stop the Cats from scoring in the second half. Kentucky shut out in the 3rd and 4th quarters. The Cards rush for 314 yards. Quarterback Lamar Jackson goes for $186 himself, and Kentucky loses again.
It's a setback. It is. It's disappointing. You know, you know, I know people have been patient, you know, even through a tough, you know, 3rd year here and tough second part of this season. You know, people were hanging in there. The fans were there supporting us, and everybody wants to see it change. And nobody wants to see it change, you know, more than myself and the staff and these players and that are working hard. And you know, it hurts. You know, I understand the frustration. Believe me, very clearly. And you know, we've got to do a better job. But we're going to do that. We're going to go back to work, and we need to get a lot tougher in the offseason. It starts there.
Mark Richt out at Georgia. A mutual agreement sends Richt packing after he spends 15 seasons in Athens starting back in 2001. Richt won 2 Southeastern Conference titles at Georgia. The Bulldogs finished the regular season 9-3 this year with losses to Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. He will coach the bowl game that Georgia goes to, though. The undefeated and 12th-ranked Kentucky women at home taking on Jackson State today inside Memorial Coliseum. Head coach Matthew Mitchell going for his 200th win early on. Evelyn Akatur goes baseline. Big day for Akatur. Double-double, 20 points, 13 boards. Off the turnover now, Janae Thompson. She's rewarded. A little lay-in. The Wildcats with 4 different runs of 10 or more during the game. Now freshman Taylor Murray, what a day she had. Splash, career-high 13 points. A dominating effort by Kentucky. The women allowing just 7 points in the second half, outscoring JSU in the paint 44-2. Macy Morris, she had 7 points. Kentucky wins 92-24 and is 6-0 on the year. Well, from one undefeated to another, the number 1 ranked Kentucky men at home tomorrow night against the Illinois State Redbirds. They played number 2 Maryland last week, only lost by 11 points. Now, this is the first ever meeting between the Wildcats and the Redbirds. Also, the first time since 1980 that Illinois State has played the number 1 team in the country. Tyler Eulis, he was injured, of course, last game for Kentucky. Cal didn't let him practice today, but he's a maybe for tomorrow's game.
You know, knowing him, he'll want to play. We'll just have to see. I mean, we're playing a good team. I mean, Illinois State, I watched their Maryland game. They had Maryland beat. They've got the quick guard, Lee, I'm not sure what we'll be able to do with him. They got a kid, Purcell, that's scoring 16, 17 a game. Will be a tough matchup for us, depending on how we play. They got some veteran guys. You know, it's not going to be, they run, it's not Princeton, it's more like a 5-out where you got to play it like you're playing Princeton, but they do good stuff.
Kentucky, Illinois State tomorrow night inside Rupp Arena, 7 o'clock tip time. The game will be live on ESPN2. The top-ranked basketball Cats looking to start 7-0. The Bengals started the season 8-0, but dropped their last 2 games. Both of those games were on the road. The Orange and Black back in Cincinnati today, taking on the St. Louis Rams. Second quarter, already 10-7 Bengals. Andy Dalton to Tyler Eifert, 17-7 Bengals at the break. 12th time those two have hooked up. Third quarter, Dalton back at it again, lobs it up. A.J. Green, he'll go get it. Take another look. 18-yard score. Dalton, 20 of 27, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interception. Bengals up 24-7. Ensuing possession for the Rams. Nick Foles is picked off. Leon Hall, I'll take that. That's an 18-yard pick six. The Bengals win 31-7, second most points St. Louis has allowed this season in a game. Hey, coming up tonight, the Pike Central Lady Hawks are up next in the round ball preview schedule, and we'll have a little bit more. Of course, Patrick Towles out at Kentucky. He is transferred. We'll be back after this.